Okay, I wanted to give a garden update, and so I wanted to see where everything is right now as far as what we've planted in the ground. And row number one here, this is the elephant garlic. And as you can tell, the elephant garlic is looking pretty good. I would say majority of these are over a foot tall now. These were planted around the 10th of February. It is March 24th right now. And so that's row one. It's the same thing on row three over here. This is all elephant garlic. This is what my aunt gave me. Then row two here in the front, that's the Texas Super Sweet. And in the back, let me zoom in a little bit. That is the Long Day onions, which are the Spanish onions, Spanish yellow, I think. So that's row two. Row four, this is the red Creole onions. Now all of these onions and garlic, so far it's not really germination. I would just say very little amount have died. So only very few of these have not come up. I think possibly every single garlic came up, and only I'd say a handful of the onions in these two rows have died. So I'm calling that pretty good. All right, row five right here. This is my aunt's corms, which were the little bulbs for the garlic. We do have one that's right here that has come up, and I think there's a couple more of them in the row somewhere. I don't feel like finding it right now. And so these are smaller and they're going to take a little longer. Row six, this has the Cipinoli onions in the front, and then the leeks in the back there. Now these Cipinoli onions, there's a decent percentage of these which have not, or that have died. I would say 15-20% maybe. And so I'm just walking down the row here so you can see which ones have grown and which ones have not grown. Then it's like once you got to this point, let me get back into the sun, from here all the way to where that green marker is, there's only like one or two of them that have survived. Now the biggest casualty out of everything are the leeks. So the leeks start, let me back up a little bit, right there. And they go all the way to the end of the row. And I would say 60 to 70% of the leeks have died. And the only thing I can think of is that this gets a lot more water in it, which would make the leeks, maybe they're too waterlogged. Maybe they should have been at the top of the row where it was higher than the bottom of the row. So we'll have to investigate that further. So that's row six. Row seven over here, this is up at the top are the Texas corms, and here's the carrots. So let me hop over, hold on a second. And while I'm thinking about it, if you see this real dark color right here, that's blood meal that we put down yesterday. We did try to water it in a little bit, but it's obviously didn't get watered enough. But it's supposed to rain in a few days, so it should be okay. Now the carrots have started coming up. So let me see if I can get these. Like there's a carrot right there. 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 So the carrots are starting to come up. They're just obviously really small right now. Then of the Texas corms, again, only a couple of these have come up, like that one right there. So I don't know if these corms are just going to take a lot longer to come out of the ground, or if they're just have a very high rate of not being able to germinate. So row 8 over here, this is the Texas Early Whites. They take up the entire row. Predominantly they're doing pretty good, although there are a few that have died, but so far they're doing pretty good. And I'm about to catch somebody red-handed. Hold on. Yeah, you knew I was talking about you, so I was going to come over and bust you, but you're like, nope. So Sherlock was doing something bad, but before I could turn the camera on, he stopped. So over here, this is our nice irrigation system that we're in the middle of installing. I do have videos on that, and it is not operational yet, but that'll be on another video. All right, so that's row 7, row 8, row 9 over here. These are the beets on the front half of the row. And as you can tell, the beets are starting to come in. So like, there's a beet right in front. There's another beet right there. These were planted every 4 inches on center. Unlike the carrots, which was tape, the beets I hand did. So I just estimated every 4 inches and just popped them in the ground. And then the back of the row on both rows 9 and 10 is cabbage. This is the only thing that I don't know that has come up yet. Now the cabbage is supposed to be in the center. So this is TBD on the cabbage itself. When I go to weed anything that might be where the cabbage is, I am not weeding right now. So maybe hopefully the cabbage will start coming in. I don't know. So let me get back to the top so I can get out of the shade here. Or hold on, let me just turn around. There we go, that's a lot better. And so from here all the way to the top of the row are our potatoes. And so these I call the Tractor Supply tomatoes or potatoes, because we obviously got the seed potatoes from Tractor Supply. So they're coming up nicely. Then next to them are the golden Yukons or Yukon Golds, which are right here. These are heirlooms. And then the winners right now are the Purple Majesties. They just seem to be going like gangbusters. So these are all the Purple Majesties right here. And then right here are the heirloom russets. And so I wanted to keep the two different russet versions separated, just in case they got mixed up when we were harvesting. So that's it for right now. That's what the garden looks like. What's on tap is hopefully in the next week or two, the irrigation line will be done. This is an 1.5 inch line right here that runs all the way back to the well. It's about 300 feet from where we are to the well right now. And so we have a spigot where I'm standing. I got one at the corner of the fence, and then I have one over at the carport. And I get into the details of why we're using this and all that in the other video when that gets done, and I can post that. But next up, after that's done, is we're going to get what they call a drip irrigation system, which is a drip tape system. And we're going to put the drip tape next to all of the plants, because sandy soil is really good when it comes to drainage, but it's also really good for drying out. And we got 1/4 inch of rain yesterday, and it looks like it hadn't rained in a couple of weeks. But that's just the nature of this soil. So the long term, what we're going to do is we're going to have a drip irrigation system go to all of this. Then we're going to take straw and put it on top, which will help keep the moisture in, and it also should cut down on the weeds, because right now I have to go and weed this every single week. And let me tell you how much not fun that is, to sit there and manually have to weed all this stuff. I can basically do 2 rows a day, and these rows are about 77 feet long each. And so let me tell you how much fun that is. The last 2 over here I weeded yesterday, and the row 1 I weeded a week ago, and it doesn't look like I've weeded, and so that's a little disconcerting, but hopefully the straw should cut down on that. And then I also wanted to show, this is our nice beautiful field of sour grass. This is also called sheep sorrel, but this is something that humans can eat, and it's something that the chickens can eat. The chickens absolutely love this. So I go out, it grows everywhere, so I just rip a bunch of it and just chuck it into the run for them, and they just go nuts. And so I got to thinking, it's like, if this was a cash crop, Andre and I'd be millionaire right now, because this stuff grows everywhere, but it seems to be the absolute densest in our field back here. And in case you don't know, we own pretty much, you can see a break in the sour grass over there. That's our property line in between the 2 fields. But we own all the way up to the tree line over there, and we own all the way to the tree line over here, plus some woods over there, about 150 feet of woods. So it was about 7 acres of field total when we bought the property, and then obviously we're occupying the front 2 acres. So anyway, dumb rambling. I just wanted to give a quick update onto the garden, and so hopefully our irrigation lines will be finished soon. What we're waiting on those is Andrea wants a plumber to actually connect the irrigation line to the well. She doesn't think I can do it. So even though I did all of this, like for instance right there, that's an 1.5 inch line, and that has a T connection right there. And then there's an 1.5 inch line that necks down to a 3/4 inch, and that 3/4 inch goes up to here. And so, but Andrea wants a plumber to actually do the connection over to the well over there. And so now we have to wait on a plumber to actually come out and do it. So, but as soon as that's done, then we're getting the irrigation system on. Then we're going to stick the straw on, and then hopefully I can be doing a lot less weeding. So, all right, done rambling. The guys are out here having fun. So I'll post this, and then I have another video segment I need to do after I'm done with this. So this is the end of March. We'll see what April has in store for us.